If you're tired of working hard and still feeling like nothing changes, if it seems like everyone around you is moving forward while you stay stuck in the same place, if mental exhaustion follows you and every workday feels like it's draining your energy, take a breath, because this video was made for you. Maybe you believed that success would come just from effort, more hours, more sacrifice, more grind. But deep down, you know there's another kind of strength, a silent mental power that the strongest people seem to carry, a calm in the middle of chaos, a confidence that doesn't depend on results. And that's what we're going to talk about here. Today, you'll learn 7 Stoic lessons, 7 timeless principles that, though born over 2,000 years ago, are still the mental code of those who win in the modern workplace. While the world screams, rushes, and panics, the Stoic walks in silence, with purpose. They don't run from chaos, they master it. And if you apply what you're about to hear, you'll stop reacting and start commanding. You will stop feeling at the mercy of your circumstances and start taking control of your mind, and with it, your professional destiny. But before we dive in, think about this. How many times have you sabotaged yourself emotionally? How many times has criticism broken you down, a mistake paralyzed you, or fear stopped you from acting? How many nights have you lost sleep over problems that weren't even in your control? Now imagine living the same routine, the same competitive market, but with an unshakable mind. Imagine facing bosses, deadlines, pressure, and change without losing your center. That's what Stoicism can give you. While most people are slaves to emotion, to results, to others' opinions, the Stoic learns to master what truly matters, themselves. And when you master yourself, you become dangerous. Not in a harmful way, but because nothing can harm you anymore. The job market is brutal, but those who have calm minds, who act with reason and purpose, they win. So get ready. From now on, every word will be a strike of awareness. 7 lessons that once built empires, and today can rebuild your career. The first one begins like this. Lesson 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. In your career, almost nothing is under your control. Your boss's moods, the company's direction, the client's decisions, all of it changes without warning. But there's one thing that never changes, your ability to choose how you respond. That's where Stoic power begins. What destroys you isn't what happens, it's how you interpret what happens. While others complain, you act. While others blame, you take responsibility. You can't control the economy, but you can control your focus. You can't control company politics, but you can control your discipline. You can't control recognition, but you can control your effort. Most people waste their energy on what doesn't depend on them. That's why they fail. You need to take your power back, and it starts with one question. Does this depend on me? If yes, act. If no, let it go. Stoic acceptance isn't weakness. It's emotional intelligence in its purest form. It's the ability to save energy and focus on what actually matters. When you learn to separate what's under your control from what isn't, you gain power. You gain peace. You gain clarity. Seneca said, "True strength is staying calm while everything around you seems to fall apart." That calmness, that silence inside the storm, is what separates those who react from those who lead. At work, the strongest professional isn't the loudest one. It's the one who remains centered, who doesn't depend on circumstances. They create them. When everything falls apart, and it will, take a breath and ask, what can I do right now? That question is the Stoic's shield. It's the first step to control, and that's how you start to win. Lesson 2. Use difficulties as training. Most people complain when life gets hard. When the boss criticizes them, when the project fails, when they don't get recognition, but not the Stoic. The Stoic sees every obstacle as training. Every challenge is an opportunity disguised as pain, a chance to become stronger, calmer, wiser. In the workplace, every problem is a mental gym, A difficult client is patience training. A mistake is humility training. A failure is endurance training. While others feel like victims, the Stoic grows. They don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" They ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle is the way." And in the professional world, that's literally true. Problems aren't detours, they're the path itself. Every victory is born out of pressure. No one evolves inside comfort. Every time you face chaos and don't lose your mind, you grow stronger. So stop running from difficulty. Stop searching for shortcuts. Life is training you every single day. And the more you avoid the training, the weaker you become. The job market is ruthless with those who hide, but it rewards those who face it. So when something goes wrong, look at it and say, "Perfect. Here's my chance to train." Train patience, train courage, train focus. Train your ability to stay steady while others panic. Because in the end, success belongs to those who can endure more than the rest. Once you understand that hardship is part of the process, it stops hurting you and starts shaping you. Lesson 3. Master your emotions before they master you. In the workplace, you can have talent, skills, diplomas, but if you can't control your emotions, everything collapses the moment pressure hits. The difference between those who fall and those who rise isn't intelligence, it's emotional control. The Stoic knows this. It's not anger, fear, or frustration that destroy you. It's letting them drive your decisions. How many times have you reacted without thinking? Sent a message you regret, snapped at someone, quit something because you were mad in the moment? Those tiny reactions cost huge opportunities. The market doesn't reward the loudest voice. It rewards the calm one, the one who breathes before speaking, the one who decides with clarity when everyone else loses control. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That's the foundation of Stoic strength. While others become prisoners of their emotions, the Stoic observes from above. They feel everything, but aren't ruled by anything. To master emotion doesn't mean to feel nothing. It means refusing to let feelings make your choices. The emotion rises, you see it. It tries to take over, you breathe. It fades, and you move on. That's the game. That's the gap between amateurs and professionals. Picture yourself in chaos, deadlines, injustice, stress, yet you stay grounded. That's not coldness, that's power. And power built on self-control is untouchable. In the market, those who control their mind lead. Those who don't, follow. If you want to lead, your team, your path, your life, start by conquering the only battlefield that matters, the one inside your head. Breathe, observe, decide, act, win. Lesson 4. Time is your most valuable asset. Seneca said, "It's not that we have little time, but that we waste much of it." Think about that. You say you don't have time, but how many hours slip away to distractions? Endless scrolling, meaningless chatter, tasks with no purpose. Time is your only non-renewable resource. You can earn money again, rebuild opportunities, but you'll never get back a wasted hour. That's why the Stoic lives with urgency, not anxiety, but purpose. They know every minute spent on what doesn't matter steals from what could change their life. You want to grow, to be respected, to build something real? Then guard your time like a warrior guards his sword. Say no without guilt. Shut down the noise. Focus on what moves you forward. Here's the harsh truth. Those who don't control their time are controlled by it. While others complain about short days, the Stoic uses every second. While others chase endless urgencies, the Stoic works on what's essential. That's why they advance while the rest stand still. The average worker spends life putting out fires. The Stoic builds fireproof walls. One reacts, the other plans. So ask yourself, where is your time going? Every yes to nonsense is a no to greatness. Every wasted minute is a brick missing from your foundation. Time is the battlefield where the great separate from the ordinary. Use it as if it were your last weapon, because it is. Lesson 5. Seek virtue, not approval. Most people at work are addicted to recognition. They crave attention, validation, praise. But here's the truth. Whoever lives for approval dies when it disappears. The Stoic doesn't chase applause. He chases alignment. He doesn't act to impress. He acts because it's right. While the world obsesses over appearances, the Stoic anchors in principles. And here's the paradox. When you stop needing approval, respect comes naturally. Seneca wrote, "If it's right, do it. If it's wrong, don't." That's the compass for anyone who wants to succeed without losing their soul. Because in the workplace, it's not lack of talent that ruins careers. It's lack of integrity. People who lie, manipulate, or fake to climb fast fall faster. The Stoic professional knows virtue is the root of authority. He speaks little and delivers much, promises less and fulfills more. He doesn't need to prove himself. Results speak louder than ego. Act with integrity, and the world might ignore you for a while, but it will never forget you. The world forgets the loud ones, but it always remembers the consistent ones. Here's the hard truth. The need for approval is a golden cage. You think you're climbing. You're only trading freedom for applause. When your self-worth depends on others' compliments, one criticism can shatter you. Freedom begins the moment you realize the only approval that matters is your own. Work like no one's watching. Give your best with zero applause, because those who build in silence get remembered in the noise. The market is full of chatter, but only character echoes through time. When you stop living to be noticed and start living to be real, you'll see that the respect born from silence is the loudest there is. Lesson 6. Expect the best, prepare for the worst. The Stoic is not pessimistic, he's prepared. While most people hope everything will go right, the Stoic trains for when it doesn't. Epictetus called this premeditatio malorum, imagining possible hardships not to suffer early, but to be unshakable when they come. In the workplace, this is a superpower. Those who expect the best but prepare for the worst are the ones who stay standing when others fall. Most people think success is a straight line. Do the right things, get the right results. But life doesn't care about your plans. You will be criticized unfairly. You will fail. You will be forgotten. You'll give your best and still not be noticed. That's reality. And that's why you must be mentally armed, not fragile, not entitled, prepared. When you expect the storm doesn't scare you. The market changes daily. Today you're praised, tomorrow you're replaced. One day they call you promising, the next day you're invisible. But the Stoic, he's steady. Because he already knew. Everything can change, but his mind remains. Never depend on luck, depend on structure. Never depend on motivation, depend on discipline. Never depend on the environment, depend on your mindset. Those who prepare for the worst live in peace. Those who expect perfection live in disappointment. So repeat to yourself, I expect the best, but nothing breaks me if the worst comes. That's your shield. That's your armor. You can't control the wind, but you can control the sail. Life will test you, the market will crush you if you let it. But here's the difference. The average worker collapses when plans fall apart. The Stoic anticipated it. He trained for it. He smiles quietly and keeps going. Being Stoic means being a strategist of your own mind. It means knowing that chaos is inevitable, but panic is optional. When the world seems to crumble, take a deep breath and whisper to yourself, I've trained for this, and keep moving forward. Lesson 7. Everything is temporary. Success is temporary. Failure is temporary. Praise, criticism, your job title, your income, your reputation, everything fades. Marcus Aurelius said, everything we see is fleeting. Everything we hear is opinion. And that's the essence of wisdom. The workplace changes. Companies rise and fall. People come and go. If you want to survive, you must learn to adapt. Nothing lasts, not pain, not glory. Once you accept that, anxiety disappears. You start working with lightness, not because you gave up, but because you understand the game. You don't have to win today, you just have to endure. And those who endure, win. When success arrives, be grateful. When failure arrives, learn. When everything seems lost, remember, this too shall pass. The Stoic lives in the present because it's the only thing that's real. The past is gone. The future doesn't exist yet. The present is where power lives. So stop replaying what already happened. Stop fearing what hasn't. Act right now. Every small action done with presence plants a seed in time, and time, sooner or later, returns everything, good or bad. Plant wisdom, harvest peace. Plant patience, harvest consistency. Plant virtue, harvest respect. Everything is temporary, even the bad days. When you realize that, nothing breaks you completely. You feel, you learn, and you move on, always forward. Now you know the 7 Stoic lessons that shaped emperors and can reshape you. 7 principles that turn weakness into strength, confusion into clarity, chaos into focus. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Use hardship as training. Master your emotions. Value your time. Seek virtue, not approval. Expect the best. Prepare for the worst. And remember, everything is temporary. These aren't just ideas. They're mental weapons. And whoever carries them becomes unbreakable. The market changes. The economy shifts. Companies come and go. But mental mastery never goes out of style. Seneca endured exile and stayed serene. Epictetus lived as a slave, but was freer than his masters. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire without letting power corrupt his mind. They lived centuries ago, but their enemies are the same as yours: fear, ego, pressure, doubt, and just like them, you can overcome it all. From today, choose to be different. Stop reacting. Start responding. Stop rushing. Start mastering. Stop surviving. Start leading. When things go wrong, remember what you've learned here. Breathe, think, act. Don't panic, don't break. You can be in the middle of chaos, but inside you, there must be silence. The Stoic doesn't run from pain, he transforms it. He doesn't complain about work, he dominates it. He doesn't chase applause, he seeks growth. That's why, where others see pressure, the Stoic sees opportunity. Where others see injustice, the Stoic sees training. Where others give up, the Stoic moves forward. Success in the modern world isn't about luck, contacts, or position. It's about consistency, clarity, and mental discipline. Stoicism is the code of those who don't just survive, they conquer. Now it's your turn. The knowledge is yours. The tools are in your hands. Face the world as a modern Stoic. Work with purpose. Think with focus. Act with courage. Because here's the truth. The market respects those who respect themselves, and no one is more respected than the one who has mastered himself. So go, return to the battlefield. But this time, go back with an iron mind, a steady heart, a spirit forged by reason. Remember, the obstacle is not the end, it's the path. You're not here just to survive, you're here to evolve. And every time life tries to break you, remember one thing: the control is in you.